Hi, good evening, Alfred, and all of you out there. Thanks for coming by today. Uh, I've got a short story to say because my full story is too long for you for you to listen for 1 hour. It's insufficient. Uh, it transformed my life altogether, and I would say that now I don't have to prepare to speak in the sense that words just keep coming into my mind, and I speak. Previously, my board, my word board was blank. There are no words. Occasionally, three words used to come into my mind, and by the time I say two of the words, the third word goes missing, and I'm in mid-air, not looking left and right and not knowing what to say next. I just reversed myself, and I seldom spoke to anybody. If three of us are sitting together, I withdrew myself and I just listened. My ears were useful, and words used to go into my ears, and I used to smile and say nothing. That was for about 2.5 years. For 2.5 years after my stroke, and well, after 2.5 years, I came across LifeWave, and as Alfred said just now, my wife was using it. So when I was in Brisbane with her, uh, after 2 months of being in Brisbane, I asked her, "How is your shoulder pain?" She says, "Okay, it's okay." I said, "What do you use?" I never knew that she was using something. She said, "Oh, the patch," and at that time she used to call it sticker. That's how I came to
A
know about.
sticker.
That's how I came to know about LifeWave, and I was taken aback. And I said, "Hey, let me use it because I was full of pain. Everywhere was pain from the neck. So I had cervical spondylitis. I had shoulder pain, joint pain, elbow pain, wrist pain, and arthritis in my fingers, uh, back pain. The whole body was about inflammation, and I did not have any kind of remedy for it. And I had gone through 2.5 years, and uh, I was like struggling, but I was still walking around, walking outdoors every day without fail, hoping that things would take a turn, and because the thing that made a change for me was my physiotherapy. In the first 6 months following my stroke, I went through 6 months of non-stop physiotherapy uh, by my personal physiotherapist, who used to turn up at my house by 9 a.m. in the morning, and he used to torture me until 6 p.m. in the evening. And I could walk, I could use my hand and my leg and everything, but I couldn't speak. And during that time, in 2.5 years, all sorts of degeneration was taking place in my body. Everything that you can think of was inside me. I had prostate problem. I was pre-diabetic. I was having, what do you call that? Postural hypotension. Uh, I was very disappointed, and I was actually wondering how many more years can I live like this? Am I going to live for more than 2 years or 1 year or 5 years? I was wondering. And now, in this past 2.5 years, about 2 years now, it's like a miracle that I don't have any pain. To test myself, um, on Sunday, I played golf. On Friday, I played golf, 18 holes golf. Of course, it's not pulling the trolley and walking and all that, but on a buggy. And I could withstand it. And I'm just testing myself physically, constantly. so that I can expand my endurance and strength. I'm improving very, very much. But 2025, to say frankly, is quite challenging for me because by end of January 2025, I was hospitalized. What happened was that in late 2024, I was at my hospital and they did a blood test, and the test results came out that my iron levels were low, and the doctor told me that I should take iron tablets. I thought it's just going to be one tablet, but she gave me 5 different tablets, ascorbic acid. I don't know. I've stopped taking them now, and I don't feel any difference because at that time when I was prescribed that the supplements, they call it supplements, I was feeling very fine. So I was wondering why the hospital is coming up with something, because earlier to that I had cortisol problem. Well, the hospital was saying that I was having low cortisol, below range, and I had to take steroids. Well, with my wife's pressure, I'm still on it. I'm taking it because I'm a stroke patient and I don't want to be guilty of dispensing with the medicine that I'm supposed to take. So in late January, I had a acid reflux. Soon after, within a week of starting the iron supplements, I had acid reflux. So my wife said, no, you better go into the hospital and check it out first. I went into the hospital and the doctor says, we have to check why you are having this acid reflux. And she ordered me. I thought it's going to be just overnight. I ended up 6 days in the ward. That was in early January. And in those 6 days, I was doing nothing. I was just sitting about, walking about, up and down the lift, and walking around. I needed the exercise, so I was perfectly healthy, and you know, and they kept checking, and later on they said that I had some infection. I said, "What infection? No, we cannot determine what infection is. It is, but it is an infection." And on the 6th day, the senior doctor came together with her assistant. She said, "Are you taking any natural product?" I said, "Yes, I do." And I showed my phone. I said, "I take LifeWeight. You can read about it on the net, online." So the assistant doctor, she went through and all that, and then started whispering to the senior doctors, and they were going, she said, "Okay, tomorrow you can go back." So I all the while have been telling all the nurses and doctors and all, I'm fine. I had some acid reflux, but was not so serious for being warded. But then they came in with an infection story, and I was of course curious, and I said, okay, let's see what comes out of it. And during this period, I was using the X39, and nothing came out of it. And, I was all the way confident there's nothing wrong with me. And whatever infection that they can track or trace was not affecting me at all, because I felt that I had the protection. So that was my first hospitalization for 2025. And in March, uh, one afternoon, when I was with my special needs daughter, at the NGO activity area, I felt that I had some fever. So immediately I suspected that I might have contracted dengue. The reason why I could immediately suspect dengue was because my daughter, who's 30 years old, she had dengue the previous week, and the fever subsided, and she just went to ordinary clinic, and the fever subsided. Of course, she's young, and so maybe her immunity is very good. So I wanted to be careful, and I went home, and basically the fever was not very, very high. I was not, forced to go on bed or whatever. And the next day, uh, I wouldn't say the fever had increased or anything, but my wife, of course, she is very, very concerned. I said, no, no, you better go to the hospital and check it out. So off I went to the hospital. And since I'm a stroke patient, they put me through some tests, and they say, no, 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 you stay in, you get warded, and we want to monitor your fever. And the very next day, the fever actually subsided. I could feel it because, I was still on my X39 and at night Aeon as usual, and I didn't feel the strength of any serious fever that was affecting my health. Uh, so IV, I was put on IV, and I felt that the IV was so negligible that it's hardly entering my body, and I was wondering why it's so low. But the doctors had told me to drink water, at least what was it, 2.2 to 3 liters of water a day. And for me, I'm used to taking water daily after I started using the LifeWave product. And so I kept drinking water and recorded each time I took a drink. And they were satisfied that I was drinking enough water. And that was the only remedy that there was for this dengue. I spent 6 days sitting on the bed, walking to the lift, going downstairs, walking the length and breadth of the hospital complex, up and down, up and down. I even went out of the hospital to have breakfast.
Wow.
I shouldn't say that, but of course they are not going to pull me back or incriminate
And
me for anything.
yeah, and you forgot that Alfred went and looked for you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
Alfred
Okay,
came by.
I have got a question, Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Lingam. What
Yep.
were your initial concerns or expectations about the product? Before you started using it, when you saw your wife last time,
Mm-hmm.
who are having ischemic stroke with a lot of problem,
Mm-hmm.
prostate problem lah, this lah, your kidney injury and all lah.
Yeah.
So, what were your initial expectation, or did you have any concerns about the product before you started using it?
I never had any concern about the product because I was looking for a solution. All the while when I'm walking, I'm still looking for a solution. But I never wanted to go for massage or TCM or any of these things because I was a sportsman and all that, and I know what these things can do. And I felt that I just have to be active, and I had already changed my lifestyle. I was having good sleeping hours. I'm
Mm,
off to bed by 9:30 or 10, and I wake up. Nowadays, I wake up very early. I wake up by 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I'm out
mm,
of the house. I don't stay indoors. I'm always outdoors
I
most of
see,
the
I
time.
see.
So uh, everything is there, and I'm of course consuming the aspirin and the statins that I'm supposed to take. Uh, and I say, what are these medicines doing? They are not helping me get out of these things, and all this degeneration is killing my body.
Were the doctors surprised at your recovery rate?
Yes, yes, yes. In fact, the orthopedic doctor, after 6 months, I went to see him. Of course, the appointment was preset and all that. So, and he asked me, how's your cervical spondylitis? I said, it's all okay. Because that took maybe about 1 month or 1.5 months to disappear. So when I told him that, then he said, yeah, I believe you. He just touched my tips of my fingers and he said, okay, I believe you. And he said, can I give you some Panadol? I said, no, I don't want.
So,
Because these things are, I feel that they don't really need any kind of medication. The X39 was good enough to cater for it.
so all this while you have been using only X39 and Aeon.
Yes.
So can you actually describe when you started patching
Mm-hmm.
your initial experience with the
Mm-hmm.
patches? Did it cause any rashes on your skin? Did it cause any discomfort, cannot sleep, whatever?
No, nothing at all.
What were your initial experience?
Nothing. As far as the adhesive is concerned, it never gave me any kind of allergy or reaction because I'm most of the time under the sun and I'm sweating and all that. And it was always stuck to my GB14, at the back of the neck. It stayed there until I take it out. Even I remove it after 12 hours, 14 hours, it's still there. It goes through my bath time and whatnot. Never has it fallen off before.
Okay, so your experience, was it, less pain, or you slept better, or what was your experience?
Oh, that was immediate. In the very first 8 hours that I put it on, by the way, mind you, I put it on at 10 p.m., just before my bedtime, and went off to sleep. And I sleep, and that's the deepest sleep in my whole life. That first night of X39 behind my neck, I never woke up at all. Until 6 a.m., my eyes opened and it was so clear. And that was, I haven't woken up in that state for 2.5 years, which means that for the 2.5 years after my stroke, I'll feel groggy when I wake up, my eyes will open up, and then I have to feel around the bed and slowly lift my body up, sit on the bedside for a while, try to stand up. My condition was like I was like an 88-year-old man.
That means when you wake up in the morning, it was difficult for you to wake up, lah.
Yeah. To stand up is I'll be stumbling around. No, I have to steady myself and take the first step and the next step and find my way to the bathroom. And
So after using the patches?
Sorry,
After using the patches?
I never woke up that night. So which means I never had to go to the bathroom.
Even with your prostate problem,
I only realized that 2 days later. So I told myself I have to look out for what other changes it's making. And that gave me confidence that this stuff is working. It's not that something that I don't know and I have to be skeptical and all that. Of course, when earlier when I saw my wife using it, looking at a 50 cents coin size uh, plastic material, I thought it was like, it's a con games. I was totally skeptical. I wouldn't want to go near that. But when she stuck it on, and the very first day itself, I was feeling better. I did not have any anemic, feeling or feeling dizzy and things like that. And by the third day, after breakfast, after breakfast, I walked out of my house and went to see my doggy. He was a Rottweiler. He stared at me and he was looking. I said, "Do you want breakfast?" And that's all he does. He stares at me. So I put in some dry food and bent down and push the bowl underneath the gate so that he could get at it. And then I stood up, I turned around, I took 2 steps and I stopped on my tracks. Why did I stop on my tracks? I just suddenly felt that something is wrong. Something is wrong. I was trying to figure out what is wrong. Took me maybe about 20, 30 seconds to realize that today I'm not feeling dizzy because I've been taking high blood pressure medicine when I'm not a HP patient. Actually, the doctors had given me that so that my pressure will be constantly low. And for 2.5 years, I've been walking dizzily around, and sitting at bus stops and sitting at shelters. I was like a zombie actually. And
Wow,
anytime
that bad, huh?
anytime I can just drop and, and the doctor says, no, 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 don't go near the ground. Don't go near the ground. I tell you what, you will feel dizzy. Then you faint. And when you faint, you can and have another stroke that is 5 times worse than your previous stroke.
Ayo.
And that put the fear in me that I wouldn't want to go and do that. But on that morning, I just totally forgot that I'm not supposed to do it, and I bent down, and and then I realized I'm not feeling dizzy. It basically I'm saying that X39 had more or less regulated or neutralized my blood pressure, and it was quite difficult to understand that. And the strange thing after my dengue hospitalization. I stayed there for 6 days, and on the 6th day, the doctor said, "We are letting you go," because on the 6th day, that senior doctor who previously saw me, she came. I know this patient, she said, and for sure she discharged me. So she said that I'm supposed to go to a clinic kesihatan, the government clinic near my
Yeah.
house to have my blood tested after 1 week.
Oh.
The important thing, I'm leaving it out. I forgot to mention the day that I was warded. When the doctors came, they came as a team, and they all said, "You have to stop all your medication. What are the medication? Give me a list." And they took hold of the list and said, "Okay, you can stop all this medication." So I was not not under any kind of medication for the 6 days I was in hospital. That means I was not taking my aspirin, I was not taking my statins and all that. So I was feeling very strange. Why is the doctor actually telling me not to take my statins and aspirin?
Hmm.
So, well, I silently assume that it might not be good for my liver, lah. So I was happy not to be on the drugs. So after the 6 days, the doctor said, you wait for another week and then you go to the clinic and have your blood tested. The reason was because my blood count was low.
Ah.
Held me back down, held me back for 6 days because my blood did not go up from the level of 19
Hmm.
when actually the level is supposed to be 150 to 450 range.
Hmm.
So it was at a very low level, but I was not feeling any kind of effects or anything. I was happily rounding around, walking around.
Hmm.
I was the only patient in the whole hospital, in the whole ward. I would say, happily walking about. So I had the freedom, and I was enjoying the freedom.
Very good, very good. So, okay, I need to ask you what when you use the product, okay,
Mhm.
besides helping your stroke and later on your dengue and prostate and all, now everything is solved, is it? You mean to tell me you do not have any prostate issue, nothing?
It all cleared within a matter of Well, in stages, it was happening very slowly. Like I told you earlier, I have to sit and tick off whatever that I was having, and then I have to tick off. I was having what do you call, the cervical spondylitis was a annoying thing, and that went off, and my cataract, after 6 months or so. Mind you, I started the X39 before the doctors called me in to check on my cataract, and the appointments were already given and all that. So I was applying the patches, and I went for the medical test, and the eye specialist tested my uh, power, and she said, go and get your lenses change. And she wrote down what power to tell my optometrist to calibrate it to. And I went to the optometrist and got it changed. And then
Was it lower?
I have not been having any cataract problem at all. I can drive at night. I can do most things.
Meaning
Now,
to say, when
Mhm.
you use the life wave, it helped you recover from your stroke, your cervical spondylitis,
Mhm.
your prostate, your what else?
my my sugar level became normal. It's now 5.4.
My
And
goodness. After how long? That means everything cleared up.
yeah, in stages, I wouldn't say at one go. Uh, I
How
just
long has it been?
I've been on X39 for 2 years now.
Wow.
I started patching in mid-March 2023, and now it's 2025. So it's past 2 years, 2 years, 3 months, give
So
and
you
take.
go back for periodic checks and also,
Yes.
did the doctors find anything from your stroke, any blockage in the heart or,
No,
nothing?
I feel perfectly fine now. My speech is now I'm able to process whatever some people are saying. I am able to process whatever they are saying and respond immediately. I mean, which means I'm quite spontaneous, and I don't have to say
Yeah.
or
I can remember last time you were like that, because you
yeah,
were trying to get your words, right?
yeah, and then go silent.
Yeah. Okay. So, were there any unexpected benefits you discovered when you use this product?
Well,
Unexpected.
I was supposed to go for a neurosurgery after my stroke. The doctors were talking about neurosurgery to clear some blood vessel which had constricted in my head.
Hmm.
And then it was intervened by my kidney injury. When they
Hmm.
discovered the kidney injury, then all the attention went on to my kidney injury because I was dying. I couldn't breathe anymore because the blood was flooding my lungs. So they went on fixing my kidney, which means that is the area where I first sort of encountered a miracle as far as I'm concerned, lah, you know.
How did you get your kidney in such a bad shape? You were bleeding internally and what it was drowning you. What when
Yeah,
you had your stroke,
yeah,
you fell and you
yeah.
what? How? You knock on it, is it?
Um, well, I I was actually in my kitchen. I had a glass of water, and I was stuck downstairs because my wife was asleep upstairs, and I couldn't shout out to her or call her or anything like that. So I thought I'll just sit at my dining table. So I looked at it, and it's not too far. I said, I take two big steps, I should be there. Not realizing my left leg is already not functioning and all that. So I
Hmm.
took my first big step and expected my left leg to follow, but my left leg clipped a slight uh, slight elevation in the floor between the kitchen and the dining. So that threw me off balance, not off balance, it got me flying forward. And that I was flying forward towards my antique cabinet. So,
Aiyo.
so over my head. So I still had my senses. I said, I'll break my fall. I land on my shoulder. So I turned around, and I was not sure whether my head is going to get impacted or my shoulder is going to get impacted. Momentarily, I shut my eyes, and then the impact happened, and immediately I could feel the pain shooting through my backbone, my spine, shooting through. I opened my eyes. I looked. I could see the ceiling lights. I said, how did I fall in this position? I was supposed to fall on my shoulder. Because falling on my shoulder is a very simple thing for me because I was a footballer and I do sliding tackles and all that, falling, getting up and all that is not a problem. But on that night, I just totally went reverse. I went upside down. So I fell on my backside.
And you hit the kidney.
I hit my floor, my dining floor. I did not break my pelvis. I did not break my ribs, but my kidney got compressed in between, I suppose.
Your kidney got compressed.
Yeah, that's how it burst. It basically was leaking blood in 3 areas.
What you mean? Your kidney burst?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And the doctors didn't believe that I had fallen down. They thought I was assaulted. So I didn't know. And at that time, anyway, I can't speak much. So, they just went over and and looking for a solution. In that emergency situation, they forgot about the neurosurgery. So until today, nobody has addressed my neurosurgery. And I'm feeling good and fine now. I can speak, I can talk, and I'm also thinking of returning to my old profession because I feel that I can be still useful. And I will slowly work out something in the coming months to do something that is suited to my past experience.
Meaning to say that all your health issues after 2 years of patching has gone off.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't. I cannot recall of any shortfall or any problematic issue now.
So besides using the patch, did you do anything different to regain back your health?
Well, I only have my meals at home. My wife cooks the food, home cooked food every day. I seldom eat at shops or restaurants or anything like that. And the food quality is taken care of. The other thing is my lifestyle. I go out every day. I'll just park my car and just walk around the shops everywhere, wherever I have a tesi or coffee or whatever. I'll sit down and have a coffee and walk. That's
So
my
what diet do you put yourself on? Do you take meat or are you a vegetarian or?
No, I take ordinary food, but of course now, since I'm told that I'm deficient in iron, I take more lamb and whatever other beetroot and such stuff like that. So it's a combination of myself taking care of my own health and X39 doing its part, which I'm very, very convinced that it has. And my 2 hospitalizations this year and coming out unscathed without any problem, it convinces me that I will carry on with X39.
Okay. So how does I'm sure you have experienced other health products before, right? I mean, like supplementations and all. Do you
Mm,
take supplementations? No?
Earlier to my stroke, I used to have multivitamins and of course the cod liver oil or whatever, the pills.
So how does this product compare to the other similar products you have used in the past?
Incomparable. It's incomparable. This is a different uh, level at all. It's just
Easy to use, patch and go,
yeah, pack and go. And it's useful for outdoor men. I don't have
So
to come
what
back.
are your favorite features of this product and why?
I'm very, very grateful that it has solved all my medical shortages and medical handicaps. I have nothing to complain about my medical standing now.
But did the doctor tell you that, oh, it's quite difficult for you to regain back your, your whatever as per last time. Now you have proven them wrong?
Well, the doctors told my wife when I was being discharged, well, you can expect dementia and loss of memory, you know.
Dementia.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was in that shape. I was in very, very bad shape. Very bad shape. I'm
There's
totally
a
the reverse.
that's a lot of things, I mean, like,
Yeah.
stroke, your spine, your everything. Now dementia also come in. Are you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think at that stage, yeah, I maybe I couldn't recall a lot of things, or like I say, my word board was blank. There was nothing in my mind.
Hmm. Okay. So how often do you use this product? Every
I
day?
no, not anymore. After about a year and a half, I've slowed down because uh, it is a drain on my finances,
Hmm.
and I'm not a really good brand partner. So, so I just reward myself, say twice a week or three times a week.
I
Uh,
see.
just before I time it just before going for golf. I have a weekly golf round. So just before that, 2 days before the golf, I have it, and I'm feeling invigorated and having all the strength, and I'm able to
So
perform.
yeah. So what advice would you give to someone considering purchasing of this product?
I think you can, even if you don't have a budget, you can see the benefits it has, and based on the benefits, you should not just walk away. You should look at the benefits and look at how I have benefited, and
Hmm.
it's well worth the money, worth every cent that I spent.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your overall satisfaction with this product?
Well, I'll give it a 10 out of 10
Hmm.
because
Okay.
there's nothing that comes close to this. I tell you, I went through torture, when you're having back pain or, neck pain, having incontinence. My incontinence as well. That
Incontinence also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The incontinence went off
Wow.
in the first 8 hours lah, because the first night, remember I told you the first night I did not wake up for 8 hours.
Ah.
In that 8 hours, I would have gone to the bathroom twice.
Oh.
And so it says that then I kept noticing for a week. Uh, Even during the daytime, I actually reduced my visits to the bathroom. I
Hmm.
was having a bit of annoying time with that, because when I go out to KL and have to drive back to Shah Alam,
Hmm.
first as I'm nearing, and then I have the urge, and I tell you, going to incontinence is terrible. I've experienced everything, so it was a great relief to
Hmm.
not have this problem.
Wow, you really almost have everything under the sun already, eh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, would you recommend this product to others? And why?
Why? Well, when I came out of hospital, when I go comb my hair,
Mm.
to see clumps of hair coming out. I thought I'll be bald very soon. And
Oh, what
so
happened? That one is caused by the medication or what?
I must be whatever that was uh, pumped into my body during my hospitalization.
Oh,
There was no other reason.
you were losing a lot of hair, is it?
Yeah. I was losing a lot of hair. And now I find that my fingernails are as strong as anything and they are growing. I mean, I have to cut them on a weekly basis, at least
Oh,
7, 10 days time.
wow.
Otherwise, they grow too long.
Okay. Your hair?
My hair is as healthy as normal. It has not lessened. Doesn't it has ceased to drop. So I've got no complaints about the hair.
I see. I see. Okay. So, uh, do you have any concerns that stops you from sharing this technology with other people?
No, it's not that, but I had one or two bad experiences when I was starting off, because
Mm,
when I couldn't speak in the early stages, I can't really represent this product well enough.
mm,
So people who listen to me and all, they think that, this guy is not well, can't speak and all that, so they did not find it convincing. But now, if you tell me to speak to someone, a stranger, I can easily do it because now words come to my mind without
mm.
me prodding it. So it's so much easier to do it now. That's the
So,
reason.
okay, that my last question for you
Mhm.
before we go tonight. You were a business owner last time.
Yes.
You own a business, right? So
Hmm.
would you recommend doing or building LifeWave to people?
Yes. I won't hesitate.
Ah, okay. So is it different from a normal conventional business? Because you were a business owner last time.
Yeah.
Was it different? Is it different doing LifeWave and splurging your money, trying to do business? Is there a difference? Is there a very big difference?
Yeah. That the business that I was doing, I had been doing it for 40 years.
Hmm.
Whereas this is something new. So I'm not into this lifestyle or habitually into this type of mm, what do you call that? Having to sell because I'm more used to services. Well, this is also service. It's a service. Actually, explaining somebody about life wave is actually a service. But somehow you get more people who don't trust or don't believe, which is true because I was very cynical about it before, skeptical rather. Not sorry, it shouldn't be the word shouldn't be cynical, skeptical.
But you now advocate for it, right?
Yes, of course.
And you would basically tell, well, you should go and try and build a LifeWave business. It's very meaningful, yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so thank you very much, Mr. Lingam, for
You.
your awesome sharing tonight. We hope that you grow from strength to strength, you get back your health and all.